Usually, money, greed, and power sit at the heart of these kinds of stories. But again, that didn't really work. The organisation seemed to sustain itself on the relatively modest donations it collects. Financial enrichment was not on the cards here. What this story is, it seems to me, is about a growing number of untrained people playing at the margins of some dangerous forces, all under the seemingly innocuous guise of self-improvement. The Goenka network's ultimate goal seems to be maximum proliferation at any cost. And its supporters genuinely see its purpose as altruistic, doing good. Sure, the rise of wellness and meditation have brought a lot of people positive outcomes. But that quest to gain more converts comes at a price, when you refuse to acknowledge any negative outcomes are possible. And I've thought a lot about why this is. Why does an organisation whose very purpose is to improve people's lives bury its head in the sand when presented with evidence that in some cases it is harming people? I don't have an answer to that, but I do know that the improvements my sources would like to see aren't difficult. In many cases, they wouldn't even cost anything. Things like informing people before they sign up to a course that there may be risks.
It has a responsibility to be clear about the potential downsides of intensive meditation. It will be a bit like the warning slip in a package of medication.
Training the volunteers better to spot and deal with emerging mental health issues among attendees.
They need to have a certain level of emotional intelligence, and they need to monitor each individual meditator much more closely.
Better yet, making sure there are formally trained mental health practitioners on site.
Better regulations, more qualified people, trained people. It's not a joke. It should be taken seriously.
Potentially altering the structure of the course so that the sensory deprivation is less intense. More food, more sleep, more physical movement would all help.
I don't think 10 hours of meditation, I think that's too much. I get why they're doing it, but I think 6 hours a day, you would still be able to learn the technique and you would have some time to rest, and maybe you can talk with the teacher more often.
But perhaps most importantly, the network needs to introduce proper emergency protocols so that if someone truly spirals, there is a clear action plan to manage that, and to help that individual's friends or family once they've left the centre. Duty of care to participants shouldn't stop the second